Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. Last time, the water crystal shattered. Oh well. And in this episode, we've got some new magic to buy. So we've got time magic here, these first 4 spells, and these other 3, they're summon magic spells. So let's see, we've got slow. It basically doubles the amount of time it takes for an ATB bar to fill up. So that's kind of useful, maybe not the best. Regen gradually restores HP, which is, again, alright, but not the best. Mute's kind of weird. It silences all allies and all enemies, which might not be the best idea in the world, but blue magic doesn't get silenced, so that's pretty nice. Most importantly, we've got haste. It halves the amount of time it takes for an ATB bar to fill. It's the opposite of slow. It's really good. Unfortunately, we can't multi-target with it, but oh well. And we've also got Chocobo, Sylph, and Remora. They're a couple of summons. Basically, the way summons work, those are the only 3 you can buy in stores. The rest you have to get from defeating optional bosses, but in general, summons are basically screen nukes. So, that's pretty nice. Anyway, let's go see if King Walse made it out alive. He's not in there. Huh, he's in his quarters. Mage, could you imagine getting mauled by a gorilla? Holy cow. Well, hindsight is 20/20. Karnak, huh? How are we supposed to get to Karnak anyway? I mean, yeah, there's a meteor right there, but what's that got to do with anything? Isn't there supposed to be... Ah, here he is. He's a Karnak soldier. Whoa. Warped here by investigating the meteorite in Karnak. Could it mean that we can get there the same way? Well, I'll just tell you, it does. So we gotta go up to that meteorite over there. Walse meteorite, because now we can actually get in there. Whoa. It's a pretty psychedelic panel over there. Whoa! Warp speed. Come on, Galuf, join the party. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you're not going to find out just standing around in here. So yeah, you step on that warp panel over there, and it takes you... all the way over here! To another meteorite. This one's right next to Karnak. So yeah, that's how we're supposed to progress with the plot. So let's move on, shall we? Let's see. So Karnak's kind of like right next to, sorry, it's like right over there, up by... How do I say this? God, I can't talk today for some reason. It's just to the west there, but we have to go up and around these mountains in order to make it there, so... Oh well. We've got some new enemies over here to deal with anyway. Let's see here. We've got... Agers over there. They have an ability, I forget what it's called. They can cast the old status on one of your party members. Basically, the way that works is that old gradually causes your stats to degenerate, which is no good. Let's see. I don't think they're weak to much of anything, so I'll just go ahead and cast Blizzard on them. The grass tortoises are weak to ice, which is pretty nice. That's why I use Spell Sword Blizzard. Yeah, it does quite a bit, good bit of damage there. Anyway, the really nice thing about the grass tortoises is that they frequently drop an item called the turtle shells. They're basically useless to us right now. But later on in the game, they will become very useful. Do not sell any of your turtle shells, like, ever. How are my levels doing anyway? Oh, wow. Are we gonna stay that way for a while? Yeah, we are. Not that it really matters, but in the relatively near future, you might want to have a blue mage at level 11. You might also want to have a blue mage around for these guys, wild knacks. Now, these guys are weak to fire, and they can attack you, and they can also use a blue magic spell called question mark, question mark, question mark. That was it right there. It only barely looks different from a regular physical attack, but you'll be able to tell the difference. Just trust me on that. But basically, the way it works is it deals damage equal to your current max HP minus your current HP. So it basically has the same damage formula as Vampire, but it doesn't drain any magic, or drain any HP, which kinda sucks, but oh well. I still want to learn it though. Or we could just counterattack. Huh, counterattack the knack. That's kinda funny. You'll always run into wild knacks here in the forest, so that's pretty nice. It's really better to learn question mark, question mark, question mark off of these guys now, even though there are enemies that can use it on you later, because, well, oftentimes those enemies will actually wait to use it until after they've already lost HP, and, well, taking 999 HP worth of damage to the face really isn't that pleasant. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Well, that didn't work. Faris countered the wild knacks to death, so oh well. We'll be coming back here in the relatively near future anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. And like I said before, question mark, question mark, question mark really isn't all that worthwhile anyway. There we go! God! For some reason I'm having a hard time getting these blue magic spells to connect with Galuf when he's equipped with stuff. Oops. Shouldn't be happening that way, but oh well. So yeah, we learned question mark, question mark, question mark. It's totally not worthwhile. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting stuff to work on him, though. Wait a minute, what? Oh, that's why. I was about to say, why is the Elven Mantle not equipped right now? It's because some optimization crap happened, that's what. Alright, there's still one more new enemy, not these guys. Oh, I suppose I should mention, with Spell Sword, it really works best if you're using it against enemies that are weak to whatever you're trying to target them with. So, there we go. Anyway, this is the town of Karnak. It seems like everything's on fire. Oh, really? Yeah, everything at the weapon and armor shop right now is, like, ridiculously cheap. Nuts. Oh, it's Sid! That recurring character that's in just about every Final Fantasy game. A werewolf? Whoa. Nuts. weird old guy? Is that Sid? It probably is. Yep, it's Sid. Well, we're getting a little better. Anyway, yeah. So why is Sid always like some sort of like scientist or professor or whatever? Or an engineer or something like that. Like he's always like one of those things. And he almost always has something to do with airships too. I don't think I need to stay at the inn right now. The magic shop is closed right now, so let's just go and buy some weapons! Let's see. Ooh, we got lots of good stuff here, and it's all super cheap, too. See, normally the most expensive thing here is the Mythril hammer. It's another weapon for berserkers, and it can be used with a two-handed ability, which is really good for boss fights, but I don't particularly care for that, so I won't even bother. What the? What's going on? What? Monsters? What are you talking about? We came from Walse! Nuts. So yeah, even though everything's cheap as all hell, the minute you try to buy something, you get arrested for it. Yay! Do we actually get to keep what we bought? I think we did. Ha! Yeah, nice. I've heard that in like the smartphone version of the game, you can buy multiple copies of stuff. When you shop at Karnak, so you could buy like a whole bunch of Mythril hammers and then sell them all for a profit. Let me out! Let me out! I need to see the sun! Whoa! What the hell just happened? Ha ha! Dumbass. You broke into another cell. Brilliant. They're all just laughing at him. What? Who? Laughing? Wasn't me. Oh. Oh yeah, he is the one who did that. Well, I mean, they weren't terrible until the crystals started breaking apart. And even then, that's not such a bad thing now, is it? I mean, without those shattered crystals, we couldn't, I don't know, sling magic at everyone. Whoa, really? Nuts. That is true. Yep, pretty much. We're the Warriors of Light. Another Chancellor. An evil Chancellor? Ah, great, it's gone cracked. Oh, a fire-powered ship. You made a boat that's powered directly by the crystal? It doesn't seem like the best of plans, really. Galuf isn't much of a kid, you know. Cahoots? What are we, some sort of cahooter? Oh, yay! We get set free! I guess. Well, if it means getting out of jail. Oh, wow, it's... Oh, right, never mind. So to say, it's taken me a lot longer to get here than I thought it would, but then I remembered the wild Nax. So, yeah, we get set free, and now we're allowed to wander around Castle Karnak if we so wished, but... Ah, nuts, there's fire blocking that treasure chest. Wait. I didn't know Bartz would do that when you tried to get close to the treasure chests around here. So yeah, there's treasure everywhere in Karnak Castle, but there's fire blocking just about every one of them, so we can't get anything over here. You know, nobody seems all that concerned about the fact that there's literally fire everywhere! Haven't you tried putting it out, or... I don't know, controlling it? Do something! What happened to you? Black Shadow. Oh, a werewolf came out of a meteorite. Yikes. Maybe the queen will listen to what I have to say. Oh, she's not here. I wonder. Well, let's get out of here. Nuts. Still can't get any of those treasure chests. If only there was some way. What's this about the werewolf? Oh, there he is. What happened there? Oh. That's one way to use explosives. Anyway, that down there is the fire-powered ship, and that's where we have to go in order to progress with the plot. But where's the fun in that? Well, actually, there's a lot of fun in that, but never mind! I want to buy some magic first. This is why I told you to try and save up all of your money for, well, later, and now it's later. We've got the Cure spell. It's more powerful than the Cure spell. It's the same one that the Healing Staff casts whenever you whack someone upside the head with it. We got Raise, which is a really important spell. It revives one of your party members. I believe it does it to half HP. So yeah, now if you die, you don't have to use up Phoenix Downs, although it does cost a lot of MP. And we've got Confuse, which does what you might think it does. Are you the Black Magic Shop? No, you're the Time Magic Shop. The Time Magic Stop is actually a lot funnier than you might think it is. Anyway, now we've got level 2 elemental spells, Fira, or Fyra, Blizzara, and Thundara, as well as the poison spell. So, I want to buy all of those. Especially Fyra and Blizzara, you definitely want to have those for later. Thundara isn't that much of a pressing concern. And here in the Time Magic Stop, we've got all the Time Magic we had before, as well as 2 new ones. We've got Gravity, which divides an enemy's current HP in half, which is really, really nice. It doesn't work on heavy enemies, though, or heavy-type enemies, so that's kind of unfortunate. Although you would think that it would work more on heavy-type enemies, because they're heavy! And we've also got Stop, which freezes a target in time. I don't find it all that useful, but there's probably some applications for it. It's basically like another version of Paralysis, really. Now we've got weapon shops here. Everything is back to being full price. You should have all the Mythril knives and swords you need, and if you don't, you can just go and find other ones later, or steal them from previous areas, so I wouldn't worry about that. Mythril Hammer is only really useful if you're planning on using a Berserker, which I'm not. We've already bought 1 Flame Rod, but I might want to buy a couple more. Same goes for Frost Rods. Yeah, I want to buy 1 more Flame Rod, and... yeah, we'll buy 1 more Frost Rod. The reason why I have multiple flame rods and frost rods, even though I'm never going to equip them, is because I plan on breaking them. See, we're going to have to sell some stuff in order to get everything I want over here. We've got armor shops here, basically straight upgrades for everyone. We've got Mythril shields for Bartz, Mythril helm, well, we already have one of those. Plumed hats for just about everybody, I think, except for Bartz. Mythril armor for Bartz, silver plates for Faris, silk robes for the mages, and Mythril gloves and silver armlets, which is really, really nice. Although actually, I don't want to buy any or use any of the accessories I buy right now, because we're gonna want protection from blind for our physical fighters. Yeah, I gotta sell off some crap first. Broadswords anymore. Definitely want to keep that around. Wouldn't want to sell the Ashura. Sell off the old rod. We can get rid of the flail too. I'm never going to use it again. Keep the whip for later. The diamond bell is a weapon for a job class we're not going to have for a little bit. It's basically worthless. You can go ahead and sell it. Let's see all of our leather gear. It's kind of weird for me. Usually I don't sell stuff all that often. I don't know, I guess I'm just too much of a hoarder. Not sell silver specs. Well, we got some cash now. Alright, so let's see. 1 Mythril shield. 3 plumed hats. You know what? I'm only going to buy 2. We're going to be getting a new piece of headgear in the next dungeon anyway. Let's see. Mythril armor. Let's see. 1 set of silver plate. And 1 more silk robe. Let's see. And 1... Oh, we've already... No, never mind. I don't want the other silver armlet. Yeah, that should be good. You don't want to replace Lenna's accessory with a silver armlet because she's got the Elven Mantle, and that's flat out better. Alright, so let's get all this stuff equipped. Keep the silver specs on Bartz. Let's see, Plumed Hat, Silk Robe, well, we already got Silk Robe. Let's see, Silk Robe for you, Plumed Hat. I don't want to buy a new shield for Galuf because he's not going to be using shields all that often, so I wouldn't worry about it. I'll give you the silver specs. Yeah, you can go ahead and have the silver plate. Even though it doesn't boost your strength, the defense is a little bit better, and since you're in the front row, I need the defense more. Oh, right. I was about to say, did I not give you a plumed hat, and then I remembered. And give Galuf the silver armlet. Here we go. We're still quite a ways away from the next level of Blue Mage, which is not good, but oh well. So anyway, now that we have all those new spells, what was I gonna say? Right, now that we have all those new spells, as well as all our new equipment, now I want to go back and fight Shiva again, so I'll just meet you back at the Walse Water Tower. Remember that room I showed you a couple of episodes ago? That's where I'm going to be going. Oh, we've got another new enemy over here, Zoos. Now these guys have quite a bit of HP. That's kind of normal for bird-like enemies like this one, or Avises as the game tends to call them. It's rather annoying, but oh well, there's not much I can do about that. Let's see. Oh, crap. The Zoos have... Oh, that didn't kill it? The Zoos have elixirs as a rare steal, so you might want to have a thief around for that. And actually, I don't think I'm going to need Find Passages in the near future, so I do want to give Faris the... Oh, right! I don't have the steal ability for Faris yet. I forgot. Well, nuts to that. Am I going the right way? No. Okay, I'm back. Made it all the way back to the Walse Castle Water Tower, top of the at the 4th floor, right next to where Shiva is. I went ahead and... excuse me. I went ahead and switched Galuf into a Black Mage because he needs the... for lack of a better term, firepower, and he can only get that as a Black Mage, more so than as a Blue Mage, or I suppose a Summoner. They also have pretty good attack or magic power. Gave him a Flame Rod so that he could cast the Faris spell much more powerfully, or he can break it if he really wants to. Alright, it's boss time against Shiva and the Ice Commanders. So when we're starting off, you want to use Faris Sword with Bartz. The way Shiva works is that she casts Blizzara on alternating rows every time she gets her turn, which means you basically want to be using Cure or Cura every single round. Now, if you happen to have Blue as a command that you can use with Galuf, I would use Flash on these guys. If you don't happen to have that, which I don't, I seem to be a little bit behind on job levels, just have Galuf keep on casting Fira, because a couple of those will kill all of them. Nuts. Let's see. Yeah, she's using Blizzara again. If you ever get a turn with Lenna, have her cast Slow on Shiva, it'll work pretty darn well. Fortunately, Faris' counters seem to be doing wonders for me today. The Ice Commanders have the same steal and drop as the Ice Soldiers earlier, so I wouldn't worry about that so much. Things seem to be going a lot better than I expected them to. I really was thinking I'd have to, like, break a Fire Rod for this fight, which is why I bought the extra one. And for defeating her, she will always drop a Frost Rod, and we hit the power to summon Shiva! Yay! That'll really help us out in the next dungeon. Shiva is so powerful. Especially since the next dungeon, as you can imagine, will have a lot of fire elemental enemies, and Shiva is ice elemental. So yeah, so now I want to head all the way back to Karnak. Yeah, I know backtracking's kind of not the best, but... oh, that's not happening. Yeah, now I want to head back to Karnak, rearrange my setup as I have listed in the video description, and then we'll head on over to the fire-powered ship in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy V. See you guys then. Ah, come on! It's one step away.